What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Dorico Cherry coming at you from my home office here in Kernersville, North Carolina. And today, let me talk to you a little bit about the tools that I actually use to build my home-based business online. Now, the tools I'm about to share with you are you can apply these no matter what type of business you're building, a network marketing business, an affiliate marketing business, whatever. These are the tools that I think personally that every entrepreneur should actually have. Now, some of these things are free. Some of them do require, that you actually got to shell out of pocket and actually pay for. But that's the name of the game. You're gonna have to make money. You have to spend money to make money. And tools are no exception to that. Now, here's the thing about tools. Now, do you absolutely need to have tools to build your business? No, you don't. You can go out here and build a legit full-time business using things like social media. There are people who actually do that, who are in the process of doing that, who's done it, build a profitable, sustainable business using social media. Now, if you're not a social media butterfly, then, that may not be the route that you want to take, but neither here or there. Tools are a key part to actually, like I said, building your business online, because they can help free up time, and you don't have some of the tasks that you do on a continuous basis. Some of that stuff can be supplemented by tools and even outsourced. So enough about that. The reason why you should be having tools and all that other good stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into the meat of this content so I can send you guys on your way. All right. So the tools that I use, one of the core things that I do with marketing online is blogging. Now, in my opinion, I think that any entrepreneur that's serious about building a home-based business absolutely must have a blog. That's just my opinion, because I don't think, well, it's not that I don't think, but I know you don't own your social media. And when you do have a self-hosted blog, you own that content, right? You own that. That's your real estate. That's your home base. Nobody can take that away from you. So that's why I think it's important for every entrepreneur to have a blog. Now, when you're talking about blogging, one of the tools that I use, I don't know if you really call this a tool, but it starts off with the hosting, right? This is where like the space where your blog is installed at on the internet, right? Where is the location of this thing at? Now, I actually use a service called WP Engine, and if you want to check out the stuff that I use, check out the blog post. It'll be, if you're looking at this on my blog, it'll be somewhere up there in the text, or if it's on YouTube, check out the description. I have links to all these tools that I use. You can go and check them out. Like I say, some of them free, and some of them are actually paid for. But I use WP Engine. It's an awesome hosting provider. They specialize in WordPress sites, and you get a free SSL cert. If you don't know what that is, SSL is just making sure that your site is secure, which is really, really beneficial now that Google has pretty much made it mandatory that all sites be SSL secured. Okay, so WP Engine. The next tool that I use is a tool for keyword research called Keywords Anywhere. Now, this is how, when I come up with a concept or something that I want to talk about, I'll use this tool. And again, the keywords free, the Keywords Anywhere, this is totally free. You can just Google that and it's totally free. It's like a browser extension, and you can do keyword research right from your browser, right? Really dope. Check it out. But I use Keywords Anywhere to actually look up my keywords that I'm actually going to use in my blog post to help me actually rank on Google. Okay, so Keywords Anywhere, free. The third thing that I use is to make my graphics. So if you've been following me for any time, you see I got the graphics up there. I got my logo in there. I'll put the name of the blog post and, throw some colors on that thing and all other types of stuff. I use a service called Get Stencil. Now, they got other free stuff. Now, the Get Stencil, that is a paid version, but they do have a free version. You can use things like PicMonkey, or what's that other thing I used to use? I think it was Canva. Yeah, Canva. Canva is another really good service that you can use that's totally free. Now, like I said, personally, I use the paid version of the Get Stencil And then that allows a little more functionality, saves me a little more time. So it was, you know, worth it to me to actually pay for that. So Get Stencil. That's what I use to create my graphics with. The next tool that I use that I think is that you must have is an Aweber account. I use Aweber to manage my email list. Now there's other things called like Mail Monkey or Chimp Monkey or something like that. I don't know what it is. There's a ton of other email services out there. I have no experience with them. I use Aweber. It's been great. It's pretty low cost, you know, especially if you're starting out, because, you know, I think they charge you like 19 bucks a month for anything under 500 people on your list. Now, once it gets over that, the bigger your list grows, the more you have to spend. But you have to think about it like this, you know, if your list is growing like that, then you obviously are dialing in your marketing and you should be making the money to actually pay for that. But just for starting out, it's a great way to actually manage your email marketing list. And like I say, I personally use it. I've been using it since I've been online since 2009. I think I've had my Aweber account. And like I said, it's not free, but like I say, it's very low cost and it gets the job done. So check it out, Aweber. The next thing that I use, that's a tool that I use for my online marketing, is a service called a social jukebox. Now, this actually really ties into my Twitter account. And what social jukebox does is that once I publish a blog post, I put it over in social jukebox and it acts like a rotator, because Twitter moves so daggone fast, right? So Twitter moves so fast, you got to make sure you keep your content fresh and in front of the right people on a consistent basis. So social jukebox actually does that, and it does exactly what the name says. It's a jukebox, and it just randomly posts stuff, my blog post, you know, on my Twitter feed. So it saves me a lot of time. I don't have to, you know, worry about my Twitter feed. And like I said, this is not a Twitter training. I'm just sharing with you what I'm actually using in my business, right? So, you know, as far as blogging and, you know, things like that and the tools that I'm actually using. The next thing is on my blog, I use, if you notice on all my blog posts, I have these, you know, little share buttons like Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus. I think I got LinkedIn. I think that's it right now that I have on there. But these are social media share buttons. So when I actually create a new post, you know, once it's done, that's part of my syndication process. I make sure that I share it on each social media platform. Now, the plugin that I'm actually using is Social Warfare, right? I think it's like 19 bucks a month, not a month, but 19 bucks for a year. I think it's 19. It's something like that, either 19 or 39. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's really cheap. You pay for it for 1 year. They have awesome support, and it just looks clean to me. Now, there's some free versions out here that you don't have to pay for that gets the job done as well. Like I say, I don't have any experience with those. I'm using Social Warfare, and like I say, the service just works. Okay, so those are the tools that I mainly use for, you know, for blogging, right? So all my blogging and things like that. And here's another tip I'll give you: if you are just getting started with blogging, and you know, you don't get hung up on the technical part of it. I made that mistake when I first got started. You know, I have a technical background, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. But I spent a lot of time, you know, monkeying around, you know, tweaking stuff, and spend way too much time trying to get the blog looking perfect, which it still sucked, you know, really. And if I had to do over, one of the things I would have done is outsourced it a lot sooner. Just pay somebody to have it done. You can always change it. You will change it, especially in the beginning. You know, as you continue to grow as a marketer, things will change. You can add things. You can do a complete overhaul. Like the blog I did, the blog that you see now, it was totally outsourced. I just basically worked with the developer, told them what I was looking for. They put the idea together, and boom, you know, it was done in a couple of days, right? So don't get hung up on that. Just pay somebody. Use Fiverr, find a kid at a local college, someone to actually, you know, set up your blog for you. So don't worry about that. Let's see here. What else do I use? Tools, video tools, right? So, you know, you got to be creating videos, creating that content. This section is real short. I use just a handful of tools to actually do my videos. One is my iPhone, that's what I'm recording this video now on, and all my videos basically come from my iPhone come from my iPhone. Now, some people, some people actually use, cameras, those DSL cameras, and they have the fancy setups. And yeah, you can definitely do that. But like I said, in the beginning, I mean, in the way that technology is now with these phones, you can build a huge business just strictly off your iPhone, right? You don't have to have anything fancy. Now, if you have the budget to actually do that, then great, go ahead and do that. But if you're just getting started, use your iPhone because you always have it with you. You can always do a recording. I mean, I do recordings in my car. If I am out somewhere, you can take pictures. I do all my video recording on my iPhone. Turn the front facing camera on, hit the record button, and let it roll. I also use my MacBook. So once I'm done actually recording on my iPhone, I transfer that video over to my Mac for the editing, and I use iMovie, right? That's free, right? If you have a Mac, then it's free. Now, if you have a Windows PC, then you may want to use Windows Movie Maker or, well, I don't think you can get Windows. At the time of this video, you couldn't get Windows Movie Maker anymore. I think if you look around on the internet, you may can find where to download it, but that's a free one for Windows. But if you have a Mac, iMovie actually comes on that totally free. It gets the job done, just the basic level of a movie editing right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. It's like 11 minutes long, way too long, but I just want to share this with you to kind of give you a little insight on some of the things that I use, some of the tools that I use inside of my business to, to build my home-based business online. That's these tools have actually helped me become more efficient, actually help free up some of my time, things like social media jukebox, things like that, so I don't have to worry about managing a Twitter account and things like that. So if you got some value out this video, drop me a comment below, let me know, and feel free to share this around. And if you enjoy this type of content, make sure you connect with me over on DeRicoCherry.com. Throw your name and email address in there, and I'll give you access to my free audio, 13 ways to generate leads online. No matter what business you're in, network marketing, affiliate marketing, doesn't matter. I'm gonna show you 13 of the hottest places to find leads so you never run out of people to talk to. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.